Nobody saw this coming. Sophie Cunningham, the player who built her reputation diving for loose balls and throwing elbows in the paint, has completely flipped the script. We're talking about the same woman who spent 6 seasons as Phoenix's gritty enforcer, living off hustle and heart.
It's a great opportunity for us to learn offense, right? Move the ball, pass, cut. We just can't stand and watch anymore.
But something's shifted, and it's not just her jersey. The transformation is so dramatic that fans are questioning if this is even the same person. One minute she's the scrappy role player you barely noticed on highlight reels, the next she's breaking the internet with outfits that have millions of people hitting rewind. What triggered this stunning evolution? And why are WNBA fans absolutely losing their minds over her new look? Buckle up, because this story goes way deeper than anyone imagined. January 31st, 2025 marked the moment Sophie Cunningham's life changed forever, though nobody realized it at the time. The 14 blockbuster trade that sent her from Phoenix to Indiana seemed routine on paper, another veteran shooter joining a young, hungry squad led by rookie sensation Caitlin Clark. Standard WNBA business, but what happened next was anything but standard. Within weeks of arriving in Indianapolis, Sophie wasn't just fitting into the Fever's system, she was reshaping it entirely. The energy was different, the stakes felt higher, and suddenly the cameras weren't just focused on Clark anymore. Sophie had stepped into a spotlight she'd never experienced, and instead of shrinking from it, she embraced it with a confidence that caught everyone off guard. The trade wasn't just about basketball anymore, it became the catalyst for a complete reinvention that would turn the WNBA world upside down. Indiana offered something Phoenix never could, a platform where Sophie's personality could truly shine. Playing alongside the most talked about rookie in basketball history meant every pre-game moment, every interview, every social media post was magnified. And Sophie didn't waste a single opportunity. She understood that this wasn't just about her jump shot or defensive intensity anymore. This was about building a brand, creating a presence, and showing the world there was more to Sophie Cunningham than anyone had imagined. The timing couldn't have been more perfect. The WNBA was experiencing unprecedented growth, social media was hungry for content, and Sophie was ready to give them something they'd never seen before. Then came the outfit that changed everything. May 17, 2025, pre-game against the Chicago Sky. Sophie stepped off the team bus wearing a sheer black lace bodysuit with a high neckline, revealing a black bra underneath, layered with a blazer draped over her shoulders and completed with pointed toe heels. The internet didn't just notice, it exploded. Within hours, photos of her pre-game look were trending across every platform. Comments flooded in from fans who had never heard her name before that moment. Sports blogs scrambled to cover the story. Fashion websites analyzed her style choices. And Sophie, she was just getting started. What made the moment even more shocking was the revelation that followed. In interviews, Sophie casually dropped the bombshell that her mother, Paula, had actually picked out the viral outfit. The image of this fierce WNBA enforcer consulting with mom about fashion choices was both hilarious and endearing, humanizing her in a way that resonated with millions. The outfits that have went really viral, my mom has actually picked them out, Sophie revealed with a laugh. It's been really fun because now my family is on all the outfits. Trust me, my family is like, oh gosh, what's Sophie gonna wear today? It's just like a running joke. But this wasn't just about one dress. Sophie had unlocked something powerful, the ability to generate massive attention while staying completely authentic to who she was. Each pre-game appearance became an event. The see-through outfits, the bra-style tops, the perfectly coordinated ensembles that showed off her athletic build while maintaining an edge of sophistication. She wasn't trying to be someone else. She was simply revealing sides of herself that had been hidden under team uniforms for years. And fans couldn't get enough. The transformation wasn't just visual, it was measurable. Sophie's Instagram following exploded past 1 million, a number that puts her in elite company among WNBA players. Her pre-game outfit posts regularly received hundreds of thousands of likes and thousands of comments from fans begging to know where she got her clothes. Fashion brands started reaching out. Media outlets that had never covered women's basketball were suddenly writing features about her style evolution. She had become appointment viewing for reasons that had nothing to do with her shooting percentage. The ripple effects were immediate and massive. Merchandise sales spiked whenever she went viral. Young fans started showing up to games trying to recreate her looks. Fashion blogs began covering WNBA pre-game outfits as legitimate style content. Sophie had single-handedly created a new category of sports entertainment that bridged athletics and fashion in ways the league had never seen before. Comments on her posts ranged from "face of the WNBA" to "this is what the league needed" to "she's changing the game forever." What made the numbers even more impressive was the diversity of her new fan base. Traditional basketball fans were there, but so were fashion enthusiasts, social media users who had never watched a WNBA game, and younger demographics that the league desperately wanted to reach. Sophie wasn't just gaining followers, she was expanding the entire conversation around women's basketball. Her influence extended far beyond her own brand, creating opportunities for teammates and raising the profile of the entire Fever organization. But here's what made Sophie's transformation truly remarkable: she never lost her edge on the court. While fans were going crazy over her fashion choices, she was still the same player who would throw her body into traffic for a loose ball or step up to defend a teammate without hesitation. The contrast became part of her appeal. She could show up in a stunning outfit that broke the internet, then spend the next 2 hours playing the grittiest, most physical basketball in the league. The defining moment came during a heated game against Connecticut when Caitlin Clark took a hard hit. Without missing a beat, Sophie stormed across the court and delivered a message that left no doubt about her priorities. The flagrant foul and ejection that followed only solidified her reputation as someone who looked like a fashion model but played like a warrior. Fans ate it up. Here was someone who could dominate a pre-game red carpet and a fourth-quarter defensive stand with equal intensity. Her teammates embraced the duality completely. Caitlin Clark regularly liked and commented on Sophie's outfit posts, showing support for her style evolution while praising her toughness in interviews. The chemistry between them wasn't just tactical, it was genuine friendship built on mutual respect for each other's talents, both on and off the court. Sophie had found the perfect balance between maintaining her basketball identity and exploring her personality in ways that felt completely natural. What many fans discovered was that Sophie's transformation wasn't calculated or fake, it was deeply rooted in family support and authentic self-expression. Her mother Paula wasn't just picking out clothes, she was encouraging her daughter to show sides of herself that had been suppressed during her early career. The Cunningham family had become invested in Sophie's image in the most supportive way possible, treating each viral moment as a celebration rather than a distraction. The authenticity extended to everything Sophie shared. Her social media wasn't perfectly curated like many athletes, it was real life mixed with glamour. Videos of clumsy dances with teammates, behind-the-scenes gym content, genuine laughter during bloopers, and yes, stunning fashion moments that showed off her confidence and style. Her nearly 150,000 Instagram followers weren't just scrolling past her content, they were genuinely connecting with someone who felt relatable despite her growing. Sophie's approach to brand building was refreshingly honest. She partnered with companies like GMC and Adidas not as a celebrity spokesperson, but as a working athlete who actually used their products. Her car choices weren't flashy imports, they were practical vehicles that served her lifestyle. Her nutrition partnership with Quest Was Nutrition wasn't about selling fantasy. It was about fueling performance while still enjoying life. Everything felt genuine because it was genuine. Not everyone was thrilled with Sophie's evolution. Traditional basketball purists questioned whether her fashion focus was a distraction from the game. Some fans complained that she was getting attention for the wrong reasons, that her outfits were overshadowing her athletic achievements. Critics suggested she was more interested in being an influencer than a basketball player. The debate raged across social media platforms and sports talk shows. But for every critic, there seemed to be 10 supporters. Younger fans praised her for showing that female athletes could be multifaceted without apology. Fashion enthusiasts celebrated her willingness to take risks and push boundaries. Basketball fans pointed out that her on-court performance hadn't declined. If anything, she was playing with more confidence and energy than ever before. The support came from unexpected places, including veterans around the league who respected her authenticity. The controversy itself became part of Sophie's appeal. She wasn't trying to please everyone, she was being herself unapologetically. In a sports world often dominated by safe, media-trained responses, Sophie's willingness to generate discussion and even disagreement felt refreshing. She was forcing conversations about what it meant to be a professional female athlete in 2025, and those conversations were long overdue. What Sophie accomplished goes far beyond personal branding or social media followers. She proved that WNBA players could command attention on their own terms, that personality and authenticity could coexist with elite athleticism, and that the league's audience was hungry for content that went beyond traditional sports coverage. Her success opened doors for other players to explore their own interests and personalities without fear of being labeled as unfocused or unprofessional. The impact on the WNBA as a whole has been undeniable. Pre-game fashion coverage is now standard for major games. Social media engagement around the league has increased dramatically. Younger demographics are discovering women's basketball through players like Sophie, who represent more than just athletic achievement. She helped create a blueprint for athlete branding that feels both strategic and completely natural. Sophie's influence extends to how fans consume WNBA content. Games have become events where the pre-game show is almost as anticipated as the action on the court. Fashion brands are paying attention to women's basketball in ways they never had before. The league's visibility has increased partly because players feel empowered to show their full personalities, not just their basketball skills. The question now isn't whether Sophie Cunningham has changed the WNBA landscape, it's how far her influence will spread. With her platform continuing to grow and her on-court performance remaining elite, she's positioned to become one of the most recognizable faces in women's sports. The combination of athletic ability, authentic personality, and fashion sense has created something the league had never seen before. Rumors suggest major endorsement deals are in the works, fashion collaborations seem inevitable. Her potential impact on WNBA marketing and media coverage could reshape how the league presents itself to the world. But perhaps most importantly, Sophie has shown other players that success doesn't require fitting into predetermined boxes. You can be tough and glamorous, athletic and fashionable, serious about basketball and playful about life. The transformation of Sophie Cunningham from scrappy role player to cultural phenomenon represents something larger than individual success. It's about the evolution of women's sports, the power of authentic self-expression, and the changing expectations of what it means to be a professional athlete. Whether you love her style choices or just respect her game, one thing is undeniable: Sophie Cunningham has changed the conversation around the WNBA forever, and she's just getting started. So what do you think? Is Sophie Cunningham's transformation a brilliant evolution that's helping grow women's basketball, or has the focus on fashion overshadowed what really matters on the court? The debate continues, but one thing's for certain: nobody's ignoring Sophie Cunningham anymore. And honestly, that might be exactly what the WNBA needed all along.